There's the little guy, just a small possum. You guys know I usually let him go. I don't harvest possum, and that little guy there's not worth much of anything to even make sense. I'm back at my favorite place on earth. I'm at Raystown Lake, central Pennsylvania, and found a spot. It's just one of the many coves on the lake that's just tucked back out of the way, and it's a regular spot. A lot of kids come back here. Kids, me too, adults. But little fire ring somebody was using over the summer, and these are throughout the lake, so it's not hard to find. But I'm gonna set up camp here tonight. I was riding in. It is Thanksgiving Day, and the temperature was 36 degrees, and I think it's dropped a little bit, but we're not quite at freezing, I don't think. But tonight it's supposed to get down to 20. And anyways, I'm just going to do a little winter camp here. Make a little fire there in the pit. And there's a tree here and a tree behind it there. I'm going to just put a hammock across it. And see my breath? Must be getting close. And I'm going to put up a canvas cover and stuff. So no tent or anything, just using like a canvas tarp. And I'm going to hammock it. And I got an old military sleeping bag. I think I'll be all right. I am going to try and do a little fishing. Right now the fishing is really turned on, so they're doing really. I'll say it's easy to pull fish in, but pretty good luck. So I'm going to cast a few times, see if I can't prepare something. Got my little boat back there, all packed full of gear. So I'm going to get it unloaded, start a fire, get camp set, and if I still have some daylight, I'm going to go out and try to catch some supper. Alright, so definitely feel the temperature dropping. You can probably see my breath. I got my little fire set up there. Put a little reflecting rock right there. My camp's real simple. I got a hammock strung under that tarp. And my hammock there is just an old military sleeping bag. And then I also had a 20-degree sleeping bag. So just double layered there. So it's nothing perfect, nothing expensive. But I think I'll make it. It'll get me through the night. That hammock's a $20 hammock. And if you want to pick one up, I'll tell you what it is. To-go hammock in a bag by Bliss Hammocks. Bliss Hammocks. So I'll get some better video of that though. But I have everything covered up. I threw everything under the tarp so it's out of the weather. It's out of the dew. You know, it's the dew's falling here. And I can feel it. Things are getting a little damp. But I got most of the wood I need for the night, but I'll get a few more. And that should be good. I've got about 10 feet between the fire and my hammock there. And if it gets really cold, I can pull that tarp up over me and I'll be cozy. So I'm not too worried about it. I think I'll make it through the night. Worst thing would happen is I'd have to stand by the fire. But right now I want to get a few traps out. There's a few little draws back here in the corner. If you look way back there, kind of gets, it just narrows and turns into a stream. So I'm going to go back there and see if I can't put out a set for mink. And I don't know, it'd be nice just to trap something. Maybe I'll put something out for raccoon. But I'm going to get back there and probably won't video it. It's going to get dark soon, so I want to get working. But then I'll come back out here and try to catch a fish for supper. I'll check in. Alright, so I managed to get out and put out, I think it's 6 sets, 5 or 6 sets. And they're all, basically all of them are bottom edge sets. I'm just trying for mink tonight. Got my fire going and I got the little lean-to set up, and it's getting cold. Temperature's dropping pretty fast, but
The fire's set up well. I think it's throwing good heat. And got that wall behind it. A little water boiling. And plenty of wood to get me through the night. So I think I'll be alright. I'm probably going to use my tarp, probably lay it over top myself, just to keep the moisture from collecting. The lake is right there. I mean, I could almost step into it from the fire, you know. So a lot of moisture and such. But anyways, we're doing all right. I cast a few times trying to get a fish, not too much. I probably invested 15 minutes into fishing, but no luck. I'm probably gonna sit here and warm up for a little bit. It's really early yet. Dark, but it's early. And if I hear them out there jumping or something, I'm probably gonna cast for them. And if not, I had a pretty big supper tonight. I'm not really hungry, so I'll probably just go to sleep. But if I can catch a fish, it's gonna be supper too. All right, I'll check in a bit before I go to bed. So I'm really just lounging here, and I really enjoy just sitting in the hammock and watching the fire. You know, it's, you know, off camera, when you go out and do bushcraft, it's just a lot of this. I think that's what's attractive to a lot of us. It's that simple. You know, it's just you and the fire. It's, you know, you prepped things, you got it all set up, and now you're going to sit back and just relax. Bushcraft is a funny thing. You know, there's a title for it, and there's a term to describe what bushcraft is now. And growing up, I just thought it was camping. You know, you go out and you do camping stuff, making fires and cooking over it, fishing, camping out and figuring out what the names of the stars are. I asked my good friend Timberline North, you can check out his YouTube channel, Timberline North, and I was asking him if he does any bushcraft, and he said, all my life. And I think a lot of us kind of do that. You know, we've all done something like this. It's just maybe not as in depth, but nowadays you really don't need to know how to do a bow drill, you know, or build super shelters. But it's interesting, and you're going to be out here. It gives you something else to do, to learn about, and it's outdoors, you know. And if you're anything like me, anything outdoors, I'm pretty much game. So if my channel does start to include some bushcraft, I'll have to say, just like Timberline did, it's not really that I'm doing anything new. I'm just never videotaped it before. So maybe I'll videotape myself learning more skills, you know, as we go along, and maybe I'll throw them in here and there just for fun. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy this fire.
Good morning. I just woke up. Some squirrels started chattering in the background and woke me up. So slept like a log. Had to stoke the fire twice overnight, and it's pretty much out now. But water looks great. I'm gonna get up and maybe take the fishing rod and take the boat out there and see if I can't pick up that lake trout I was trying for last night. I check my sets, get a fire going, probably break camp and eat, hopefully, and check the sets, and then I'm going to go out and put a little line out. Probably do about a dozen sets or so, and then I'll head back home. But successful overnight, but it's not over yet. We're going to go see what we can do here. Alright, so I came out here, I put my umbrella rig down, and that's
Sorry about the sloppy filming. I got fish on is what's going on.
So I'm gonna get this set up for us. So an umbrella rig is basically like a rig that has a bunch of minnows on it. Oh, she feels good too. So I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'm gonna try and bring it up on the side that you can see it. But I think that was down in the water about all of 30 seconds. Get the camera set up here so you can see it when I bring it in. That way you can see my bait and everything in action. Oh. Alright, that's about as best as I can do here. Let me bring her in. Feels nice. So, I'm assuming it's a lake trout because of how it's fighting. But it could be a striper. And it's a striper. Alright. Here it comes. Let me get this guy out of the water. Let's see how he's hooked. Hooked in the corner. We'll lip him. Alright. A lot of hooks flying around, huh? There he is. How about that? Alright, let me get him unhooked. Through the top of the mouth, real hard hook too. Yeah. Get that undone. There you go. Little striper. Now, they got to be of a legal size, but I think he's good. Well, let's just check him out. So, he'd make a good bank meal right there. So, and that is a real good eater size fish right there. You can't eat a 15 pounder, you know what I mean? But that's a good size striper right there. So, we're gonna put him on the fire. We're gonna eat him up. I'll show you how I do it up.